the story of Ella and the Harvest Fair. In the quaint village of Rosewood, nestled between rolling hills and fragrant meadows, lived a young girl named Ella. Ella was known for her love of baking. She spent hours in the kitchen of her family's farmhouse, experimenting with recipes and creating delicious treats for her family and friends. Her dream was to win the blue ribbon at the annual Harvest Fair for the best pie, a prestigious award that her mother had won many times before. However, despite her efforts, Ella never seemed to receive the recognition she longed for. Her pies were always good, but she felt overshadowed by the more experienced bakers in the village. Each year, she watched as the blue ribbon went to someone else, leaving her feeling discouraged. One autumn, Ella decided to try a new recipe for the Harvest Fair, a spiced apple pie with a flaky, buttery crust. She spent weeks perfecting the recipe, pouring all her passion and skill into it. On the day of the fair, she carefully baked her pie and brought it to the judging table, her heart pounding with anticipation. As she waited for the judges to taste her pie, she noticed an elderly woman standing nearby, watching her with a kind smile. The woman approached her and said, "Hello, my dear. I'm Mrs. Jenkins. I've been judging pies at this fair for many years, and I've seen you here before. You have a real talent, you know." Ella blushed, surprised by the compliment. "Thank you, Mrs. Jenkins. I've been trying so hard to win the blue ribbon, but it seems like I always fall short." Mrs. Jenkins nodded. "Validation is important, Ella, but it doesn't always come from winning a prize. Sometimes it comes from within and from the appreciation of those who enjoy your work." When the judges finally tasted Ella's pie, she held her breath. They smiled and nodded, clearly impressed. When the results were announced, Ella's heart sank a little as the blue ribbon went to another baker. But then something unexpected happened. Mrs. Jenkins stood up and addressed the crowd. "While the blue ribbon goes to another deserving baker, I want to recognize someone whose passion and dedication to baking shines through in every bite. Ella, your spiced apple pie is truly exceptional. You have a gift, and I want you to know that your efforts are seen and appreciated." The crowd applauded, and Ella felt a warm glow of pride and validation. It wasn't the blue ribbon, but it was a recognition that meant just as much. She realized that her value as a baker wasn't defined by a single award, but by the joy her creations brought to others. The moral of this story is, validation comes in many forms and often from unexpected places. While recognition and awards are meaningful, true validation comes from within and from the appreciation and joy of those who benefit from your efforts. Embrace your passion and know that your work has value, even if it doesn't always win the top prize. In conclusion, Brokenwood Mystic Farms symbolizes the enduring connection between humanity and the land, a tribute to the beauty of nature and the importance of honoring traditions in a changing world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You won't want to miss our short story adventures. If you have any questions, requests, or just want to say hello, feel free to contact us at info@brokenwoodmysticfarms.com. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and have a fantastic day, my friends.